Hi, I'm David Barton of Wall Builders. Wall Builders is an organization dedicated to presenting America's forgotten history and heroes with an emphasis on our moral, religious, and constitutional foundations. We have here a library of some 100,000 originals or copies of original documents, such as this very interesting letter we just acquired from Andrew Carnegie. Carnegie was a wealthy entrepreneur and a public benefactor from the early 1900s, and he started a university as well as funded some 2,800 public libraries. In this letter, he was thanking Congressman William H. Graham of Pennsylvania for a gift that he had sent Carnegie. What was that gift? It was a copy of this work prepared by Thomas Jefferson that had been recently reprinted by Congress. Jefferson spent literally decades of his life studying the various moral teachings of leaders from across the centuries. Jefferson recognized that a moral people was a self-controlled people and therefore needed less government, which Jefferson staunchly supported. He therefore diligently studied the morals espoused in the writings of famous leaders, including Pythagoras and Aristides and Cato and Socrates and Plato and Epicurus and Cicero and Seneca and so many others. But he also studied the teachings of Jesus, and he concluded that, quote, that is, Jesus' system of morality was the most benevolent and sublime probably that has been ever taught, and consequently more perfect than those of the ancient philosophers, end quote. As a result of his studies, around 1820ish, Jefferson identified 81 of the leading moral teachings of Jesus to compile into a single work, which he titled The Life and Morals of Jesus of Nazareth, from which he read nightly until his death a few years later. In 1886, Cyrus Adler, the librarian of the Smithsonian Institution, located the original of that work and arranged for Congress to purchase it, which they did in 1895. Then Congressman John Lacey from Iowa sponsored a 1902 congressional resolution to have the government reprint Jefferson's Lives and Morals of Jesus of Nazareth for the use of U.S. senators and congressmen. His resolution passed, and 9,000 copies were printed at government expense, of which this is one. And over the next 50 years, this work was given as a gift to every senator and representative at their swearing in. And congressmen also shared this with others, as Congressman Graham had done here with the famous Andrew Carnegie. We thought you might enjoy seeing this letter from Carnegie as well as learning more about this work by Jefferson. And for a more in-depth look at Thomas Jefferson, including his efforts on writings such as this one on Jesus' life and morals, you can order the Jefferson Lies. So for more information, or to help Wall Builders' efforts in presenting our forgotten history and heroes, go to www.wallbuilders.com.